Quiet down, boys and girls. DragonsDanglers here. I'm going to hit you with some knowledge today. This video is for the optimum settings on Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Now I know what some of you are thinking. I only play video games to have fun. Shut up, you liar. We play multiplayer games because we want to win, because we want to help our teammates out, because we want to have the quickest reflexes, we want to have the most kills, we want to have the best KD, and so on and so forth. So today we're going to show you how to get the best settings for the highest frames per second in Call of Duty. Now watch this. First of all, before we go into the game, I'm just going to hit you with some knowledge on what kind of ping, what kind of download speed and what kind of upload speed the Dragon plays with. This is pretty standard every day unless there's an issue with my ISP. Always around 10 ping, always around 100 to 120 download speed, and always around 40 to 50 upload speed. Bang, that's all you need to see. Going into the game Black Ops now. If you go to settings, go to graphics, and what I've done is, for this video, is I've reset everything. This resets all your graphics settings based on the hardware that you're using. Obviously, you should do that. That should already be standard anyway. If you've been messing around with settings before this video, reset it all and come out. So that now, when I go into a game, it's completely rejig those settings to whatever hardware I've got in my PC, but that optimizes graphics as well as gameplay. So that does take away some frames per second so that you can have better graphics. Now I'll show you what I mean by that. We'll go into a game, we'll go straight into a game. Team Deathmatch, Core, Quick Play. Right guys, we are playing ARMADA Strike on Team Deathmatch. We'll just do as normal setup. It doesn't matter about classes, doesn't matter. We're not going into classes today. You choose my usual class. In the top left of your screen you should see my frames per second, my GPU heat. It's clocking at 70 degrees at the minute. My GPU clock, which is at 1770 megahertz. The GPU time in milliseconds and the CPU time in milliseconds. What we're concentrating on today is the frames per second. When we're in game, what you can see is it's going to be hovering around between 80 and 110, I think it will be. So as you can see, oh, we're going up to 130 looking at the sky. Down on the floor, 130. So it doesn't look like we're clocking past the 135 there, does it? When you're running and gunning, it does slow down again. We're going to 90. That's all I need to show you. So for the purpose of this video, we're going to back out and bring up our settings. Go to graphics. Always have your display mode on full screen. If you have it on windowed or windowed full screen or multi-monitored, that will always play with your frames per second. That will always lower your frames per second. I'm purely here to tell you about frames per second. So always have it on full screen when you're playing Call of Duty. Going off my setup, it's on ultra, it's on high as a motherfucker. What we're going to do is everything that we don't need, get it on its lowest. Don't need model quality. So all it is this adjusts the smoothness of the models in the environment. A higher quality will result in a higher number of shapes. I don't give a shit about shapes, guys. I'm going to be honest. As long as I can see the silhouette of the person I'm shooting, I am completely fine with that, as you should be. Special effects quality, as low as it can be, is medium. Screen space reflection, so that's when you're looking on the floor, you can see the nice textures of water there. We don't need it. You just don't need it. Disabled. Object view distance. Adjust the distance at which small objects can be seen. Seeing less objects gives better performance. Gone. Water tessellation. Disabled. Shadow and lighting. Gone. Gone. Dynamic shadow. We're not bothered. Look at that. So that just says there's a shadow on the back. I'm not bothered. All I need to see is that person. I don't need to see the shadow. Disabled. Special effects shadow. Disabled. Weapon shadow. Disabled. So you get the idea, guys, as I'm going down. Put them on the lowest setting that I can if it's low, or disabling it when I can. Ray tracing. Disabled. 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 Nvidia DLSS. Now I'm disabling it because we're not bothered about that image quality. As long as we can see those people that we're shooting, we're not bothered. So this, it affects your VRAM on medium. It's jagged edges on curved lines. That's all it is, and diagonals are smoothed out. That's all that setting is, and it's on ultra. We don't need to see that sort of things on multiplayer. Ambient occlusion quality disabled. Motion blur, I always have it off anyway. I don't want to see myself or anybody in the distance blurred on a multiplayer game. Subsurface scattering, not much difference anyway, so why would I have that enabled? Off. Order independent transparency. Flipping it, guys, what are you doing? So look at that. What's the difference there? Why do I need that on? Gone. Apply. Would you like to apply the unsaved settings? I thought I saved, but yes, apply. So if you remember, we were going between about 80 and 135 FPS. Let's try it again. Team deathmatch, encore. Let's load it up. Alright. Right. So as you can see there now, 190 to 200, doing nothing. Look up in the sky. 260 frames per second. 260 frames per second. Now I promise you, if you have decent reactions in the game anyway, this will make a hell of a difference to you. This will be the difference between shooting and being shot. Okay, boys and girls, if this video helped you, like and subscribe. Any questions, put it in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Catch you soon, legends.